Look what the cat dragged in. The Z Fold 3. Yes, I bought one used off of eBay and I got it for a really good price. So I wanted to make this video. I was going to make one about Amazon, about their whole renewed program. I don't think I will at this point, but this one was particularly intriguing. One, because I got it for like $469 in good condition, but here's the kicker. It came with a 1-year eBay, like it's basically underwritten by Allstate with their warranty. So I got a 1-year warranty over here, and I got a Fold 3 in good condition for $469 plus tax. It was like $507. It was hard for me to pass up because I'm a tech addict. It was just such a good deal. And it's really frustrating because sometimes I see things and it's like, no, Adam, you could use that money in your savings account. I'm like, who needs a savings account when I can buy a Fold 3 used for $460? I mean, it's hard to argue with that logic, right? Sorry, kids, we're eating frozen pizza tonight. Anyway, so I was curious. What does a Fold 3 look like in good condition? And I kind of want to look at this in reverse because retroactively, whenever the Fold 4 came out, I had some criticisms, and I love the Fold 4. Let me get it here. Look here, got my Huawei Mate XS2, which a video is coming out very soon on that, very soon. So if you've been waiting to see the Huawei Mate XS2 video, stay tuned, it's coming. But I had some criticisms about the Fold 4. One, I was like, okay, they basically widened the screen by what was it, like 2 or 3 millimeters? Not a whole lot there. They actually, I think, made it just slightly shorter too. And on top of that, well, they didn't add S Pen support for the front, which I was irritated about. And there was a couple other things that were rumored to happen as far as changes, but really, there's not a whole lot substantially different. Whenever you look at the Fold 4, supposedly the crease was going to be more minimized on the inside. Like it wasn't going to be as noticeable. Here's the thing. It looks about the same. It just seems a little bit less sharp when it comes to the divot in the middle of the screen. And what do I mean by that? Whenever the Fold 4 came out, I did notice when I was using the S Pen, it didn't catch as much in the middle of the screen. So when I used to make my thumbnails, I used to draw and do stuff on my Z Fold 3 all the time. It has a sharper crease here. Like it feels sharper, kind of the drop off little ditch there whenever you run through it with the S Pen. And it would disrupt the continuity on my line. So whenever I would do something, if I was dragging something, if I was trying to draw something, it would mess it up. So they did fix that, but it looks still just as glaringly ugly. So I don't think it's less noticeable, but it is a little bit more shallow and it's not as sharp on the drop off, so it's better for when you're using the S Pen. So there weren't really a whole lot of changes, honestly. We went from the Snapdragon 888, which is a very good chip, to the Snapdragon 8 Generation 1, which is also a very good chip, but it's more heat prone, burns up the battery faster. Like, honestly, I don't think from a processor perspective, I don't think it was really that much of an upgrade. The big deal was going from the 888 to the 8 Plus, to the 8 Generation 1, they added more stuff for machine learning, and they might have cooked it a little bit hotter and made it, I can't remember exactly the processor speed, but there's not a huge difference, honestly. So we did get a little bit better battery life, but that's because there's a lot of software throttling. So overall, maybe a little bit better. So as far as real changes, though, there's not a whole lot. I mean, yes, that slight change in the screen, which maybe a few people might notice, but overall, the main thing other than that is we got the Snapdragon 8 Plus Generation 1. Now, I'm glad that we got the 8 Plus Generation 1 instead of the 8 Generation 1, because the 8 Generation 1 was hotter, it wasn't as good for battery efficiency and things like that. So there's been an improvement in battery life. And also, the primary camera got changed out. It doesn't look like it, but they put the camera module in the Z Fold 4 from the S22 Plus effectively. So there is an increase there, and I was very not impressed in the beginning. And then I got my Z Fold 4, and like the day after I got it, I went off to Africa. I was over in Morocco for a few days, took some pictures, and I was like, wow, this is not the same phone as last year. This has definitely improved in the camera department. And then I was in Germany for about a week and a half, and I was there just because I wanted to go, but I was over there for IFA, which is a big tech convention in Germany every year, and yeah, night and day difference. The primary camera is definitely better. So there are some little odds and ends here and there, but here's the thing. $17.99. Is it worth it to go $17.99 last year and then $17.99 this year? No, it really isn't. There's not enough to justify the upgrade. I mean, there's not really any enhancement in capabilities other than the camera and some improvement in processing efficiency and battery life. that's not really worth the upgrade. And here's the thing, I traded in my Z Fold 3 when I got my Z Fold 4, and they gave me like $1,000 trading credit. And I got some other deals and stuff, but I still had to pay quite a bit of money. If this is not like, okay, wasn't like the good deal I got with my Pixel 7 where I traded in my iPhone SE 2022, got $475, and basically had to pay like $50 with taxes, right? It really wasn't that much money. Or for folks who had the Pixel 6 and traded in for the Pixel 7, yeah, that was a great deal too, because if you traded in, basically you could get it for like $20, which is a fantastic deal. So there was still a lot of money changing hands, and okay, cool, they give you the Samsung credit, all that crazy stuff, but no, when you're talking about a $1,799 phone, that's a lot. And there's no way you're going to completely get rid of all that, unless you want to trade in a Z Fold 3 and an S20, like an S21 Ultra, then that's just craziness. I would not do that. I'd sell those outright or something else. So, enough rambling on. I don't think that, like, even looking retrospectively, prospectively, I didn't think it was worth the upgrade. Retrospectively, confirming that, I still don't think so. But if you happen to get one, if you're like me, then that's fine. It's a good phone. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy the slight, little subtle upgrades here and there. But overall, if you like the Fold 3, just hang on to it. And we'll see what happens with the Fold 5. So, what does a good condition Fold 3 look like, according to eBay? Well, I was actually surprised. The phone's basically in immaculate condition. It came with, it looks like the original screen protector on the inside, and there's just like a slight little kind of pulling away right up here. But other than that, the screen protector's in good shape. Either this is the original one or it's one that somebody replaced and it's just slightly messed up right there. On the outside, like, it hasn't been, like, it clearly hasn't been dropped. I mean, maybe there's like a small little tiny smudge or scuff right here. It might even just be a smudge. The screen looks good, the body looks good, the hinge looks good. It's in really, really good shape. I was really surprised. And then I turn it on. The only thing that I noticed when I turn it on is right down here, there's a blemish on the screen. It's like, basically what it looks like to me, it looks like somebody took the S Pen and like jabbed it really hard and it messed up a little area of the pixels. That's kind of concerning to me. It's something where I think that's outside of good condition. Good condition to me is like physical cosmetic blemishes and scratches, exterior stuff, aesthetic stuff, things like that. Once you get into missing or messed up pixels and stuff like that, that really kind of drops it out of the good category, at least in my mind, and at least from stuff that I've seen online before. So, but here's the thing. It has the All-State warranty. It has the All-State warranty for a year. So this might be something I can get fixed under that. And if I can get it fixed under that, well, that makes for a very good value proposition. The problem being, though, you got to wait 60 days before you can make a claim, at least from what I was reading. I did some reading. I looked at the All-State thing because I was like, hey, is the All-State warranty, is the eBay warranty any good for their phones? Because this is a eBay refurbished good condition phone. It says with All-State, basically they probably won't even recognize your policy exists in their system until it's been like 60 days. So it says, please wait 60 days to make a claim. I could very well make a claim on this and get that fixed because I feel like that falls outside of good condition. I didn't damage it. That feels like damage, not a good condition phone. That's not a scratch. It's not a blemish, but it feels pretty contained. It's not something, there's no blurring around it. It doesn't impact the screen whenever you touch it, if you scroll over it, if you put the S Pen over it. I really think it's just this sharp little damaged area. Maybe they dropped it on something. Maybe they, I don't know, maybe they used a regular stylus that didn't retract and it did slight damage to the pixels. But I've been using it all day, and overall it seems okay. And here's the other thing. Using the Snapdragon 888 in here, it's basically the same size, the same look, the same feel. It feels really weird using this phone and not having a case. So it's funny. When I got rid of my Fold 3 and traded it in for the Fold 4, I got rid of my cases because I'm like, I'm not going to get the Fold 3 again. Why would I go backwards, right? So I just gave them away to some people on the internet, as I'm apt to do with my stuff. And I give stuff away sometimes on Twitter. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, here's my handle down here. Definitely follow me, Adam J. Matlock. And it's kind of a mixed bag. I mean, I might be talking about food. I might be angry at a food restaurant because they charged me 25 cents for my barbecue sauce packet and they didn't give it to me. I could talk about phones. Kind of a mixed bag. But yeah, when I have extra stuff laying around, sometimes I give it away. So I gave away my cases. And I had the silicone case with S Pen. I also had the leather official case from Samsung, which I do miss. I don't have those. So I ordered another one that's supposed to be here tomorrow. But yeah, I could foreseeably keep using this. I'm probably going to test out the warranty and see how that goes just because, well, I'm sure that y'all guys want to know how that works too. And if you got a warranty and if you can use it, then that could foreseeably cover a lot of problems. I have a lot of concerns buying a used 1-year-old essentially foldable phone off of eBay. That 1 year refurbished, that whole warranty thing really goes the extra mile to giving me some comfort knowing that it'll be okay. And even if it wasn't okay, if it were just like this for the next year, I could use it like this just fine. It doesn't bother me. It's really not that noticeable unless it's on like a white screen. But also, here's the thing. If it gets worse or anything else messes up, then you're covered for a year. So I think that peace of mind helps, especially when I rebuy this again for $460 plus tax. You bet your sweet rear end I would, because this phone was $17.99 last year and I got it for $500. So that's a good deal. And I think it's shown its age really well. It's a good phone. The Snapdragon 888, solid. It's a very enjoyable experience. So overall, I think that it's probably a net win in most categories. I'm going to have to do some more investigative research, see if I can get this whole blemish thing fixed, or I could always reach back out to them. It has 30-day return policy on eBay. I could say, hey, send me another one. But then it might not be, like this one cosmetically is pretty darn perfect. Like it looks really good. There's not even a screen protector on the front. And it looks good too, which I ordered one of those as well. So overall experience, I'd say is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. I think with the purchase, I don't really have any problems with it. So that's kind of it for this video, but just a couple things moving back and forth. One thing I did notice though. So here's the thing. When it comes to the Fold 3, there's kind of this little metal bezel bar right here over on the left-hand side. It makes the screen look much more narrow. When I first got it, I was like, maybe there's a little bit of a difference. I can't tell that much when I got the Z Fold 4. And now that I've got the 4, oh boy, there's definitely a difference. Like it feels so much wider using this and looking back at the Fold 3 now versus the Fold 4. So, Fold 4, good phone. Fold 3, good phone. I like the foldables. And we'll wrap this one up. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions or comments, please go down to the comment section. I'll get back with you. We can discuss things. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching. And I'll see you guys next time.